I put down my book for this. Apologies for the terrible lighting. I meant to start this video probably 2.5 hours ago. And what have I been doing? Instead of starting this video and starting all of the fun bookish things that I have planned, I've been reading. What have I been reading, you may ask? Glow of the Everflame. Glow of the Everflame? Yes, Glow of the Everflame by Penn Cole. This is the second book in the Kindred's Curse? What? This is the second book in the Kindred's Curse saga. There's 3 out right now. The 4th one is coming out sometime this year. And I read the first book last month. And then I sort of read some other things. And now I am firmly back in my romantasy era. And I am loving it. I have been sitting in my comfy chair, bundled up in a blanket, just like devouring this book. All I want to do is read this book right now. The plot is plotting. The characters are very complex. There is one character in this book who I absolutely loathe. And I just keep being like, can we get rid of this guy already? You know, can he just like go? Can he be seen for what he really is? I digress. I am in a good spot where I can stop for at least like an hour and a bit. It is now like 8:30, which is late to be starting something, but that's okay. I wanted to do a few fun bookish things over the next couple days, and I thought I would bring you along with me. One of the fun bookish things that I want to do is I want to finish off the April spread for my reading journal. I'm so close. I literally just have to add like the decorative lines and stuff to my April book reviews. And then I was like, oh my goodness, I don't know if I have introduced you to I think some people call it a journal ecosystem. I'm not that intense with it. I just have 3 different journals that do 3 different things. And I thought that since journals is one of the things that surprisingly I have come to love in 2026, that I would quickly just share with you what my ecosystem, I guess, is. It's really not that deep, but it's fine. So first, obviously, is my reading journal. I absolutely adore this journal. It has brought me hours of joy so far this year. And have I made some mistakes along the way? Absolutely. Did I have to rip out an entire page and glue it somewhere else? Absolutely. But don't worry about it, because I'll point it out to you. I was gonna say you won't notice, but even if you didn't notice, I would point it out to you in my next like flip through. So this is what it's looking like right now. Obviously, like the gold edges, you can't really see them anymore because of all the things that I've stuck in here and it sort of messes with the flow. But I absolutely adore this journal, and I don't really need to explain it. You've seen me flip through it. You've seen me fill it out. So this journal I fill out once a month, and I just track the books that I've read. I fill out my year-long trackers and do everything by month. So that's my reading journal. So my second journal looks like this. And this journal I started when I started my channel because I wanted something to keep track of all the bookish things that I wouldn't necessarily put in my journal. For example, content ideas, keeping track of thoughts of books that I'm reading, those sorts of things. So everything bookish, every bookish thought I've had goes in here. And I just refer back to it when I need to, so that when I'm filming videos like this, if I'm going to talk about a specific book, I can go back in here and I probably have notes about it, or I at least keep very surface level thoughts on books, like the dates that I read them, the number of pages, the author, the star rating, maybe some general thoughts, so that I can put those into my reading journal to live forevermore. So this is my other bookish journal. And then I just have this little journal here in one of my favorite journal covers that I have, which my dad made me. And this is just a Rocket book. I don't know if you know what a Rocket book is. It's essentially a reusable notebook that you can just get like a damp cloth and wash it off. And you can scan the pages if you want. Each page has like a little QR code that will link to like a Google Drive. So you can keep track of the notes if you want. But this one I just use to keep track of things that I want to get done in my day. And I find that my day goes a lot better when I plan out some things that I want to get done. So then by the end of the day, I've got a whole checklist of things that I've done and I feel very accomplished. So that is what this journal is for. And it's a great option if you want a journal to just keep like daily things on that you don't necessarily want to keep track of long term, because then you can just erase it and move on. And it means that I'm not filling up a bunch of different journals. I can just reuse this one. I've had this one for years. Still use it, still going strong in my lovely leather case made by my wonderful dad. Hi, Dad. The plan for this video is to just keep things bookish, keep things fun. And part of that is going to be probably this evening while I still have time before I go to bed, because I go to bed early because I'm an elderly lady at heart. I'm just going to finish up the decorative borders and stuff that I like to put for my individual reviews. And I'll probably do that tonight. And also, I'm embarrassed to admit this. I'm embarrassed to say what I'm about to say. Do you remember like in my first video when I was like, follow me on Fable, because I keep track of everything on Fable? Have I kept track of anything since January of this year? No, I haven't. And I am a fraud. I'm a fraud and I'm sorry. And that's on me. So I would also like to get started with updating my Fable. If you don't have Fable or you don't know what it is, it's a social media platform specifically for books. You can like make posts like you would on a social media platform, but you can also follow some of your favorite bookish content creators. And if they are better than me at updating their Fable, you can see like what they're reading. They can post updates about it, favorite quotes, and then when you finish a book, it allows you to create a review of it. So like star ratings, spice, the main emotion that it made you feel, the dates that you read it, and then also just like general like thoughts and feelings in like the description box that you can just write like how the book made you feel, your favorite plot points, and it even allows you to say whether your review includes spoilers so that you don't spoil things for other people. They have to click on it in order to see it instead of just being able to see it as they scroll. I really like Fable. I like looking at it. So I want to get better at updating it. And I think moving forward, I am going to update it around the same time that I update my reading journal. So once a month, I'll go in and put in all of the books that I've read so far that month. So at the end of every month, I will go in and update for all of the books that I've read that month. And I think that's the most sustainable way for me to do that for right now. We'll see what the future holds. And then the final thing, I don't know if I'm gonna get that done fully today, because I probably have like 20 books that I need to put in. At least 15 books. There's at least 15 books that I need to put in. Hold on, let me count. Please hold, I'm gonna count. 17. I have 17 books that I need to put into Fable. So I will not get all of that done tonight, but I will get started on it and then I will probably finish it tomorrow. And then the rest of the night, I'm gonna go take a nice, potentially everything shower. If you know, you know. And then I'm gonna snuggle up in bed and keep reading my Kindle on my Kindle stand. Because it's the best thing I've ever read, and I will keep telling you to get a Kindle stand with the page turner until I'm blue in the face. So that's the update. That's what we're gonna be doing. So come along with me. There will be a few other bookish things that I do in this video, but that's the plan for the rest of the night. So let's do it.
All right, I changed the order of things. The everything shower had to come first. But now I'm here with my favorite puppy dog. Sorry, I woke her up. Sorry. Let's update this reading journal, shall we? So the pen that I use for most of this reading journal is the Charsoco Microline pen in 005. I find that it really does the best job. Although I will say that they run out pretty quickly, but I think that's just the fact that I use them a lot. So I really like this pen, and it does fine lines really well, and I know that you can get it in different like thicknesses, but this is the kind that I like, and I got a big pack of like 6 or 8 of them, so they're doing great. No complaints from me. So now I'm just going to update the journal. Matthew's over there playing video games, which I know is such a stereotype. The book girl is married to a video game guy, but we fit the stereotype and I'm not mad about it. So let's do this. Right. That was a clear example of me putting something off because I thought it would take a long time and it only taking like 10 minutes. Classic Abby behavior. But we move on. The book journal is now updated, and now it is time to update my fable. You know, for someone who is a YouTuber and who wants to be an influencer, I suck at social media. Any form of social media, Instagram, Fable, others, TikTok. I don't even have TikTok, but that is something that I want to get better at, especially Instagram, because I feel like I could have a lot of fun on Instagram and it would be really fun to like just create like a little community on there. But I've never really been good at social media in my personal life. So, yeah, if anybody has any tips and tricks on social media, how to not let it suck the life out of you, or how to have it as like a positive tool instead of something that is just like a comparison game, because I'm not interested in the comparison game. So now it's time to update my fable. I'm going to see if I can do it on my laptop because obviously I'm filming on my phone. We'll see. We'll see what happens. And I'm going to use my reading journal to update my fable because I made all of my notes and all of my stats as part of my review spreads. So let's update fable. So after some delving, turns out you cannot update it on your laptop. So I will have to steal Matthew's phone tomorrow so that I can vlog while also updating everything from my reading journal. Which means, what a shame, I must now read my book because that's also a fun bookish thing to do. So I'm going to go get my Kindle stand and my little page turner, and I'm going to sit here with my cute pup and my husband who's yelling at his game, and I'm just going to chill until I have to go to bed. And then tomorrow I will update Fable, and I have a couple other fun bookish things that I want to do. Let's read together, I guess. Luna Buna, do you have anything you want to say to the vlog? No? Okay. Thank you. I've said this once, and I'll say it again. This Kindle stand is the best decision I ever made, barring getting married to my husband. It might be a tie. And also, this book is getting so insane. I will give a more in-depth update maybe later in this vlog. But like, there are parts of this book, and I can't even say like what the tropes are because they're like massive spoilers, but there are parts of this book. Okay, no, I'll say this. Some things in this book could be easily dealt with if people just sat down and had an adult conversation. And that's my biggest pet peeve. But I think I have a theory as to why they can't sit down and do that. So can I really be mad? Yes, because I make the rules. But I'm still a little miffed about it. I have been thinking about this book all day. I don't know what's gonna happen. And the fact that I'm plowing through these 3 books so quickly means I'm gonna have to wait for the 4th book to come out. And I'm not good at waiting. I'm impatient. I digress. Highly recommend these books so far, the Kindred's Curse saga. And right now, things are just happening. I'm getting whiplash over here. And I may be under a blanket in my PJs with my hair in a hair towel. But In my soul, I'm here in Lumnos City, but thank goodness I'm not, because I'd be dead for almost certain. I have no sense of self-preservation. It's a problem. I'm going to stop watering on now. So I'm going to keep reading, but I will see you tomorrow, and we will do some more fun bookish things together. Good night. Okay. Do I have things that I need to do? Yes. Will I be doing any of them until I finish Glow of the Everflame? No, I will not. I am 90% of the way through this book. Things have happened. Things have happened that I did not think would happen, and too much is happening, and people aren't talking. And if they are, they're not saying the things that need to be said. So I'm just like, I'm not okay. And I went to bed last night with 90% to go, and I was like this close to staying up until I finished it. But I knew that I had to get up early in the morning, so I was like, I have to be a responsible adult. Gross. But now am I ignoring all of my responsibilities? Heck yeah, I am. So I will not be moving from this position until I finish Glow of the Everflame. And then we'll get into the other bookish things that I want to get done. But nothing is more important than this right now. Okay? Nothing is more important than this. I might have a problem, but it's okay. To reading. I'm fine. Everything's fine. What do you mean? A bit cheesy. Okay. No. Am I crying? Am I crying? Nope. We're fine. I'm okay. Oh my gosh. I'm fine. I'm fine. What is happening? Okay. I'm fine. I'm okay. What a 180. That took a turn.
I finished it. And so much was going on. I was in like a cute dress. I was ready to look like all put together for this video. And then I finished Glow of the Everflame, and I was like, I can't, like, I just need to be in PJs and be comfortable, because that was too much. That was too much, and I don't know what to do. And I know I need to read the third one, but I actually don't know if I have it in me right now. Is that insane? Am I being insane? I don't think I have it in me. I think I need like a buffer book. So I'm gonna think about what the buffer book can be. However, until I figure that out, I thought that we could sit together and we could do a fun bookish thing that I have been putting off for too long. So as a Christmas present, my sister and brother-in-law got me a book embosser. I don't know if you can see. Also, don't look at my broken nail. Don't worry about it. It has the Blanton Family Library as an embosser. I didn't want to emboss my books until I had like officially unhauled any books that I like didn't want read that I hadn't liked, or books that I wasn't gonna read. So I have now done that. And the more that I've been thinking about it, I have decided that I'm only going to emboss books that I have already read. That like I loved, I know that they're gonna stay in my library forever. And it's almost like a little treat that I get at the end of reading one of my books off my physical TBR. I get to emboss it. So I haven't embossed any of my books yet. So I thought that we would sit and just like chat about life while I emboss some books. Because I've been looking forward to this. So I probably won't do all of them today because there's a lot, but I am gonna go grab some, and then I guess I'll probably just sit here because I'm getting too old to sit on the floor, and I'll move you so that you can see what's happening, and then we can just like chat about life while I emboss books. I'm excited. Okay, so let me put this together. I did actually emboss one book as like a tester, and I had done it wrong. So one of my favorite books now has the embossing like sideways, but we're not gonna worry about it, okay? We're not gonna worry about it. So how do I do this? How do I do this again? Think like this? No, wait, like this. How did I do this? How did I? Hold on. Oh no, wait, this way, right? No? Wait, hold on. This is so... Ha ha ha. Nailed it. Don't even worry about it. So I have taken the books off of the first 3 shelves that I have to emboss. And actually, considering this is 3 shelves worth of books, I'm embarrassed that there's so few books. But we're not gonna worry about it. So my plan is to put the embossing on the title page of each book. And I've decided, I haven't decided whether to emboss every copy of Pride and Prejudice that I have. Let me know if I should do that, because I have like 7 copies of Pride and Prejudice. In case I haven't told you before, it's my favorite book. So I'm not 100% sure how I should be embossing that, because obviously I haven't read every copy, but this is my like just like read-all copy. Like anytime I want to read Pride and Prejudice, this is probably the copy that I'll go to, because it's just the Penguin Classic version. So if this gets like scuffed up, I just throw it in my bag. Like I'm not gonna be upset. You know what I mean? Okay, let's do this. How did I do this before? How did I mess it up? Okay, it needs to go on the side. And then I was told that I need to put this and then squeeze until you hear that click. Did you hear that click? Oh, I did it so hard that it made a hole. Ah, it's fine. Ta-da! This is very exciting. This is what I do on a Tuesday evening. I mean, I live an exciting life. If any of you have read House of the Spirits, you know that this is a wild book. There we go. So while we are here chatting about books and things, I wanted your input, because I have been thinking of branching out into doing like shorts and stuff. I've just been thinking about content in general and how I can, I don't know, like reach a larger audience, because my whole goal for this channel was to just get people excited about books. That's all I want to do, is to get people as excited about books as I am. Literally, anytime I see books, anytime I go into a place where books exist, I am just like over the moon ecstatic that I get to be alive at the same time as books. You know what I mean? And I just want other people to feel that joy and excitement as well. Hi, baby. I love you. I love you. Please don't lick my books. They don't taste very good, I'm sure. Pardon that rude interruption. So if anybody has any thoughts or feelings about the type of stuff that they like to see, whether in short form or long form content, I am so open to suggestions, because obviously I know that I don't know everything. So I just want your input in the types of things. Are there types of videos that I make that you're not necessarily that interested in? Do you not care about the TBR videos? I mean, it would probably help if I actually read the TBR, which I'm trying. I've been better this month. But if that's not the type of stuff that you like, what kind of stuff do you like? What kind of stuff do you usually watch on YouTube? And what brings you joy when it comes to books and booktube? Because I really want to be like a part of this community, and I want to get people excited about books so badly. It's just like one of my dreams, one of my goals. And while we're talking about goals, let me tell you about some of my unhinged, totally not thought out dreams that I have. That, I mean, dreams is maybe a little bit too strong of a word, but things that like I could see myself doing or exploring in the future. And I'm just gonna put them out there, because until you say them out loud, if they just live in your head, then it's not really a dream until you share it. So let me tell you some of my bookish dreams. My first is obviously to do something in life, whether that's through this channel or through something else, that gets people, regardless as to age, just to get them excited about reading, get them excited about the library, get them excited about independent bookstores. And that's my number one goal. That's been my number one dream since I started this channel. That was the goal for this channel. It was never to make money. It was never to have this as a career. It was always just like a fun hobby that meant that I could get people excited about reading. That's all I wanted. But I do have other things that are swirling around in my head that are bookish related. Obviously, one of my goals in life is to have my own house with my own library room. That's just a office that is mine and just full of books. And over time, I get to curate a wonderful collection of stories that I have read, that I've absolutely loved, and that I can share with others. But one of the other things that has been swirling around in my mind is the idea of opening a bookstore. And I could see that being just such a fun, difficult, but enriching and fulfilling. I could see it being an enriching and fulfilling job, just as like a pillar of the community, because I have such a wonderful memory of one of my local bookstores, and I would love for me to be able to create that sort of environment as well. So that's one of my crazy, totally not thought out bookish goals that if it happens, great. If it doesn't, that's fine. But I've just thought about it, you know? And one of my other ideas, goals, dreams that maybe one day I will work towards is to write my own book. And I have no idea what it would be about or who it would be about, what genre it would be in, but I just know that I feel like I have something to say. I'm just not sure what that is yet. And I just don't think I have reached a point in my life where that thing that I want to say is worth saying yet. And that's all right. If you haven't read the series, the Gallagher Girl series, I don't know where all the books went, but I have 3 of them. But if you haven't read this series, I need to do a reread. I need to find all of my copies of this series, because I remember this being such an incredible series. And for so long, I was like, it's decided. My career choice is to be a spy. Obviously, not a spy. And I probably shouldn't be a spy. But I absolutely fell in love with these books. So if anyone else has read them, please let me know what you thought of them, because these were like a real pivotal story for me. This was like when people ask me the types of books that I grew up on. Ali Carter's Gallagher Girl series is 100% that book. The other book that I grew up on, Royally Crushed by Nikki Benham. It's actually a collection of 3 books. Like, she's chunky. There's 3 books in here, and it's Royally Jacked, Spin Control, and Do-Over. And this was my first foray. This is like young adult. This was my first foray into like any sort of romance story. Like, obviously I've read other books that have like subplots of romance, but this was like a romance. And it was my first, what's the trope? Hidden identity sort of thing. And it was so, oh my goodness. I read this book probably 3 times and I absolutely adore it. And I think, oh yeah, the guy's name is Georg. It's such, I think I need to reread this too because it's so good. Let me give you, I don't know if anyone's heard of this book. If you've heard of this book, please tell me in the comments because I absolutely adored it. So the back says, when Valerie's parents split up and she has to move to a tiny European country called Schwerenborg, she's pretty sure her life is over. That is, until she meets Georg. He's sweet, smart, and unbelievably cute. And even better, he's a prince. He's a prince. What do you want me to say? But with Georg under so much pressure and the press watching their every move, Valerie soon discovers dating a prince is not exactly the happily ever after she's been hoping for. But Georg has swept her off her feet and Valerie's not ready to give up her prince just yet. Ah! Maybe this is where my hopeless romantic streak started. Maybe this is what started it all. I don't know, but I just remember loving this book so much. I don't know how I got it, where I got it from, but oh my goodness, just give it a try. Give it a try. I have the most like weird collection of books that span from so long in my life, and I really don't know like what my taste is at this point. Oh, don't fall. Oh no. Oh boy. Okay. Oh dear. Oh gosh. Okay, it's fine. We're not going to talk about this one. I'm just going to emboss it and we're going to move on. Although I will say the cover's cute. Oh, this embosser makes me feel so official. I can really only do this like a few shelves at a time. Otherwise, I'm never going to remember what order all of these were in. I know it's author's last name, but like I struggle with numbers and clearly letters. I'm the type of person that has to go through the whole alphabet every time to know like which comes first. Should I be confessing that on the internet? Probably not. Now well. Also, this was a great duology. There's a third one though. I haven't read it yet. I have it. I just haven't read it yet. I'll get there. I officially have my own family library. This is what dreams are made of. I really don't ask for much. All I want is a library like the one that Beast gives Belle in Beauty and the Beast. Is that too much to ask? Maybe. Okay, I feel like 3 shelves is good for tonight. Tomorrow I'll probably do more, but I don't want to do too much of a good thing. And now I need to figure out how to get this out. How do I get this out without pinching myself? Ew. Oh, that wasn't scary at all. Nailed it. Right, so I'm thinking about the type of book that I want to read as a buffer between book 2 and book 3 of the Kindred's Curse saga. And maybe I'll read a few different books between because I have time until the 4th one comes out, I think. So maybe I should spread things out. And I have a bunch of books from the library, but I'm really, really craving a mystery thriller. I just love a mystery thriller. I'm gonna go with Don't Try to Find Me by Holly Brown. This is actually a book that I own. What are we doing? Who is she? I don't even recognize myself. I think this is gonna be my buffer book. And I think tonight, my plan was to do some Fable stuff, but I think I'm just gonna go shower and go read my book. So the plan for tonight is I really want to get my Fable under control because I haven't updated it in so long and I'm a little concerned that I'll leave it too long and then I'll never update it ever. So while I still only have like 17 books to add to it, I'm like, you know what? Might as well do it now. And for someone who is a content creator, wants to become a better content creator, it is a little bit ironic that I suck at social media platforms like Instagram, like Fable, things that you need to do like every day, every other day. I'm not built for it, you know? And also, I'm gonna share a secret with you all. I am fiercely insecure. I don't like getting my picture taken. I'm okay with this. This is fine, but I do not like having my picture taken. I don't think I've had a good picture taken of me probably since my wedding. And that was a struggle. But I want to be more confident. I want to be more confident. And I think you can't learn unless you do. And so I just have to like bite the bullet and do it and be uncomfortable and then see what happens, you know? So I don't know. But at least with Fable, I don't have to post pictures of myself. So the plan for the rest of the evening is Fable and reading a little bit the book from my physical TBR. What a life I lead. Look at me go. So let's do this. Let's have a fun bookish evening.
I'm gonna see how long I can do this before the mosquitoes come and try to eat me. Let's go. I don't know why, but Fable thinks that Alchemized is a nonfiction. I don't understand. It's asking about research. There was no research. What are you talking about? Okay, we're gonna leave that one for now because I'm confused. I don't understand. Okay, it's fine. Moving on. Okay, I just finished January and it feels so good to start getting caught up. I also just love like sitting out here on my back porch and just listening to the birds. I don't know if you can hear them, but I absolutely adore this time of year where it's just between spring and summer and the evenings are still chilly and the world is slowly coming back to life after a really long winter. So it's been so nice to just sit and watch the sunset and be still doing something that I love. It's filling my cup, that's for sure. But I'm gonna end this video here. Thank you for hanging out with me and for just being a part of this really fun journey that I'm on with this channel. As always, if you have any recommendations for books or even for video ideas, I am always open. My comment section is always open. So I'll be back next week with another video. But until then, I hope your book is good and I hope you have unhinged opinions about it. See you next week. Bye.